movie, and I liked them more than I hated the negatives. Is what it'll come down to.
Is that everything?
Yep.
Okay. What were your three? What were your positives then? You enjoyed Doctor Strange, you enjoyed Wong, and you enjoyed how powerful and like horrifying Wanda was. Is
Yeah,
that
like
what
I'm
it
gonna
is?
be honest, like even Thanos didn't feel like too much more powerful than the Avengers. Like it felt like they could beat him. It didn't feel like Wanda could be beaten. Like it felt like you had to find some other gimmick to beat her.
Okay.
That's completely fair. And I can concede that I did like at least for part of it that Wanda was so like terrifying. I didn't agree with how she got to be that way, but I did think it was interesting up until she got to fighting the Illuminati, and then I was like, man, there's no way that she's like that powerful. Like in the comics, I've told
Fine,
Danny
I'm
this.
fine with her being that powerful, but I think only Captain Marvel should have held any chance against her because also powered by Infinity Stone. The rest of them should have been deleted, especially fucking Peggy.
Well, yeah, but
Captain Marvel wasn't actually powered by an Infinity Stone.
Yeah, she was. At least our Captain Marvel was, and we're supposed to assume that she was powered by something similar, perhaps a different version of the stone.
I thought it was like
Like
some sort of
because
like engine.
the
like
engine was powered by the Tesseract.
Oh,
yeah,
was it?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't pay attention to that shit ass movie either, but I do remember that.
Okay.
yeah.
Didn't
That's why
remember.
she's supposed to be so strong, is because
Mhm.
she's super juiced.
Yeah, another okay, but I think that Professor X would have held a chance too, because in
Well, I brought up to you the way I liked it in my head,
you
which is
thought that
that
he was like a weaker version of him
yeah,
versus a
like
much more powerful version of her. That's
yeah,
fair. At the same time, he shouldn't have been completely useless. That was a complete waste of a
I mean,
character.
he bought them time to go get the book of the Vishanti, and then
yeah.
it was
Like I said, like
destroyed.
I think it would have been
That's
really
it.
entertaining if he had actually if she went to kill him and she was like, "You'll die for nothing." And he said, "Are you sure?" And they snap back to reality and she's just gone. Like that could have been a cool moment. That could
Yeah.
have made it seem like his death wasn't a waste, but whatever.
So I guess just wasted potential on that front.
Yeah,
And
and
the fact
wasted
that
for me, wasted potential isn't enough to give it like a one. It does lower it for me. I'm not gonna deny that, but it doesn't like kill something for me.
Mhm.
all right, Walkie, what are your three? What are your big things that you disliked about the movie that it gives you a negative view on it?
Um, like we just discussed, the handling of the Illuminati sequence, the fact that Reed Richards blurted out what the hell Black Bolt's power was a stupid fucking move, and he's not that much of an idiot, especially with an unknown threat who could have ways to deal with that. Um,
Well, it's also she's the known threat with ways to deal with that.
fair,
So it's
I
actually worse.
yeah, I can agree with that. I'd say I think that the fact that they leaned on the B horror way too much towards the end made it really cheesy. Like I liked the sequence where he possessed his alternate dimension corpse, rose out of the ground, the lightning strike, everything. That was pretty. Like I was like, okay, nice nod to B horror, and then it just continued, and I wasn't too keen on that. Um, because it felt like it dragged on. And then I think my third thing would have to be the fact that at the end of the film, not the end of the film, near the end of the film, Doctor Strange was like, "America Chavez, I believe in you," and she's like, "Oh wow, I suddenly have control of all of my powers." That fucking sucked.
Okay.
So yeah, that's my three things.
All right, my things are one, the Illuminati. And I think the Illuminati are probably like my biggest reason for hating this movie for the following
It's
reasons.
disrespect. It's disrespectful. We've
Eh,
both read your article, just so you know.
Yeah, I'm aware. I'm aware. I'm just gonna get into it a little bit here since we're in this discussion.
Mhm.
Of course.
Um, yes, it's disrespectful, but like keep in mind that this is the first introduction we're getting to half of these characters in the MCU.
Mhm.
This is the first introduction we're getting to Reed Richards. This is the first introduction we're getting to Black Bolt. and this is the first introduction we're getting to Professor X in the MCU specifically.
Hmm.
This is the first time we even heard anything about an X-Men. And then they just like, and they're all dead, just like that.
Hmm.
It's like, it's very, very disrespectful, and it's, you know, these characters are so iconic in their own ways, and even with John Krasinski's character, Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards, like people have been petitioning for John Krasinski to play Mr. Fantastic for like years now.
Oh yeah, there's so much like fan rendition. There's so many fan renditions of that. Like it's all over.
Yeah, it's everywhere. And in fact, I'm one of the people that I'm like, dude, that's a great casting.
Hmm.
I would love to see John Krasinski as Reed Richards. I saw it. I'm like, oh, they did it! They did it! That's so cool. And he's dead. And he's retarded too.
Hmm.
Smartest man in the universe, people. God. Ugh. So that's one thing for me. I did appreciate the Captain Marvel recast though.
Hmm.
Hope they keep that.
They're not going to. Yeah. No, she's already established at 6'6".
Yeah, I know. God, I do hope they keep John Krasinski though.
Yeah, no, because they have the upcoming Fantastic Four project.
Yeah, they haven't
for the
announced who the
MCU.
cast is yet, but I really hope it's John Krasinski and Emily Blunt. That
Yeah.
would be amazing. And then Dwayne the Rock Johnson as the Thing.
That's so good. Oh, that's so good. I think that'd be funny. I don't know if that's the perfect casting, but that's funny as fuck.
That's my perfect casting. Would he probably do the character the most justice? Probably not. But would I think it's great? Absolutely.
Mhm.
I don't know who they could do Human Torch as.
I was gonna say though, if you have Dwayne the Rock Johnson as the Thing, you've got to have Kevin Hart as the Human Torch.
Human Torch.
That would be so fucking funny, especially with their film dynamic. It sucked, but it'd be funny.
I would be okay with it.
I want Kevin Hart as Doctor Doom.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
No, Kevin Hart has to be Galactus. What do you mean?
Oh, he's finally not short anymore. Yeah. That's so fucking cash.
But in all seriousness, so yeah, the Illuminati, probably one of my biggest things. Second of all, I don't like the decision they went for the villain of this movie. Now, I'm okay with Wanda being the villain, but what I'm not okay with was just how powerful they made her. She's absolutely that powerful in the comics. Like, yeah, she is. But like, where do you go from here?
Yeah, MCU scaling doesn't really compare because you've got the Hulk, like, he's like baby shit. Yeah, exactly, baby shit, as opposed to like World Breaker Hulk in the comics. So if he's nerfed that hard, but they keep Wanda at the same strength, it creates serious scaling issues. And
Not only that,
I will
not only that, but
clarify.
my point.
I will clarify. I think Wanda's villainy highlights the power of.
not the actual like power of it, but just like the way that she scared the characters.
Is really well done.
Yeah, and I can agree to that.
Yeah, I mean I can agree to it too. But my thing is like, Wanda is so powerful right now that like, where do you even go from here?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They're gonna have to raise serious stakes.
Like, you have to have a villain who's either equal to or more powerful than Wanda, so they don't get one shot.
Mm-hmm.
But if they do that, then like Spider-Man and Hawkeye and like
all the city
Winter Soldier.
All the city block to city level heroes are completely fucking useless.
Oh man, have you guys ever seen Batman kick the Spectre? I don't think it matters.
If I saw Spider-Man go up to like a multiversal threat and punch them, and then almost immediately not get bodied, I would be upset too.
Yeah, no, okay. Spider-Man is one of my favorite, if not my favorite superhero of all time.
He is my favorite superhero
yeah.
of all time.
But like, even I understand his limits, and it would be a great injustice to the character to make him stupid broken. I hate you. God. It would be terrible for the character.
It would be rather bad, I think. I agree.
I think it would be cool in one situation. And that would be because, like, you know, like this Spider-Man is a lot more like Iron Man than the comic book version, and I know people are annoyed with that. But I would love, like, since Iron Man's out of the MCU, I would love to see him like doing a sort of hybrid between the two characters. Like maybe he has God Spider armor now. Like that'd be so fucking cool.
Are you referring to the superior Iron Man armor?
No, I'm referring to the God Slayer armor that Iron Man
Gotcha,
used combined
gotcha.
with the Spider-Man style armor.
That would be nutty, or like a Spider Hulkbuster, although that doesn't quite roll off the tongue.
The Smoke
But
Buster.
anyway,
Spulk.
so my thing is like, the MCU has a lot of like thinking about what they have to do to come up with a good villain to like deal with Wanda, like
Mhm.
because she's gonna be involved because of course she is. So it's like you have to have someone who can actually deal with that.
Mhm.
Instead of Wanda just like, hey, oh, this guy's an issue, dead.
You know, I already know what they're gonna do. They're gonna say
What?
that once she did that multiversal thing, she's like lost a bunch of her power, and that's why she's not as strong anymore.
There's no fucking way.
There's no reason why that would work.
There is no reason why it would work. That doesn't mean that's not what they're gonna do.
They're just gonna, yeah. If they make up bullshit, I'm like, listen, guys, you wrote yourselves into a corner, and you have to, you have to live with it. You can't go back on it.
One dude wrote them into a corner. They have to find a way out.
Yeah, but Kevin Feige approved it. That's the issue.
Yeah.
He approves all the Marvel project from the Disney Plus shows to especially the films. I feel like he pays closer attention to those.
Yeah, because that's like the main product that everybody's consuming. The TV series on Disney Plus feel more niche.
Which I really liked Moon Knight, by the way. I don't know if you guys saw Moon Knight, but that one was really good.
I got a few issues with it, but it's not bad.
I'm not a big fan of Marvel's Batman. I'm not gonna lie.
Danny, you shitpost Moon Knight all the time. What the fuck are you talking about?
Because shit post Moon Knight is so cool, and then regular Moon Knight is just Moon Knight. Hey.
Fair enough, I
Moon
guess.
Knight's a lot more entertaining of a character than I think you realize.
Yeah, I think I hyped him up in my head, and then I saw him, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, well, I mean, how much? Just talking about Moon Knight overall, how much have you actually read of Moon Knight?
Not too much. I've gotten through like 2 or 3 issues, but I don't read too many comics anymore.
Fair enough.
That might be just me. Like I could probably find some good Moon Knight shit. I won't lie.
Yeah, there actually
haven't yet.
there's a plethora of it. He's a really great character that I'm glad they're finally shedding some light on.
He
The only
has
one I've
really
ever
good
really-
chemistry with Spider-Man.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I was playing Web of Shadows earlier.
Here's the issue I have. I like it when he's a regular street level character. I don't like it when he's this god that Marvel's making him nowadays. And that's the only comics I've read of him is him where he's a fucking god.
Yeah, you'll have to
That's
hop back to.
That's him like absorbing Khonshu's power, so he's like
Yeah,
on
and I
Egyptian
don't like
god
it.
level.
Yeah, you'll have to head back to like what is it like 90s 80s Moon Knight, early 2000s probably, but like
Give me a second here, guys.
One.
on her.
Yeah, it's rough. I don't like it.
Fair enough.
You know what I do like?
What?
My new profile picture.
Oh, I saw that. The Genji, it's just his head and his legs.
It's Leg G.
Leg G, yep. That is for sure a thing that you could have posted. We need to play Overwatch again.
Yeah, Sly doesn't like it, sadly. Otherwise, I would have us do it now.
Yeah, that's
He's
fair.
bad at shooters.
Oh, oof.
But unlike you, he isn't gonna get good.
Yeah. Imagine Sly having to leave in the middle of this engaging discussion.
Yeah, I can talk shit about you all I want, but at least you improve a lot.
Oh, absolutely. No, that's I think one of my biggest strong suits is the fact that I am able to improve.
Yeah,
at
you're
games.
willing to take the shit we give you and then actually improve.
Yeah, no, because I care. I mean, I care about the game. I care about my performance in it. I care about helping the team and not being dead weight. Even if sometimes I'm like, man, this shit kind of sucks. A majority of the time, I'm like, but I need this to get better so I can actually enjoy playing this game. To some degree, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I enjoy playing games with you, because like I know that like if I'm struggling with you right now, just give it like a month and you'll do way better.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, that's how I was getting with Warcraft. I wasn't fucking up nearly as bad. Granted, I still did stupid shit, but it wasn't nearly to the degree as when I
You'll
first
do
started.
stupid shit for years, dog. Welcome to World of Warcraft.
That's completely fair. I don't
Like,
think there's any.
I can't talk literally any shit to you. Back in the day, I used to think that armor was the only thing that mattered for a piece of gear. Like, I didn't pay attention to what's in
Oh,
the game.
yikes!
Yeah, so like I was signed up for a raid with my guild. They said, "Why is your item so bad?" I'm like, "What do you mean? My armor is 305." It's like, "Yeah, but it gives you intelligence. You're a death knight." I'm like,
Yeah, no. Then you started looking into actual stats, and now you're able to cobble together a competent set of gear.
yeah, like now I get it. See,
Yeah.
now I've gotten to the part where I'm learning like actual rotations for combat, and I'm like, "Oh my god, my DPS is better."
Oh yeah. And that's something that I learned through Diablo. Was
Yeah,
yes, this gives me cracked strength. At the same time, what does it do for my character? What is my Crusader best at? What does he need to buff?
Yeah, I think the reason I don't like Diablo as much as you do is because I just never got that deep into it, and I don't think I like mentally want to.
That's fair. I would recommend Diablo 2. Diablo 2 is better than Diablo 3. I'd highly recommend that if you ever have
Yeah,
the
I
change
do
to
want to
purchase
try.
it.
I do want to try it at some point, but Diablo 3 just was not for me. It just didn't
Yeah.
click.
It is a top-down game, though.
I play
Top-down.
League of Legends. You can't
Okay,
scare me.
fair. If you
I
get it
play
on
StarCraft
PC,
2.
if you get it on PC, it's a top-down clicker. So yeah. Oh, well, you play
Yes.
Warcraft.
Yeah, it's like I play Warcraft. I play StarCraft 2. I play League of Legends. You
Yeah,
can't
there's no
scare
issue.
me.
Okay, play the classic Fallout games.
Maybe I fucking will.
I don't think you will.
I mean, if I had them, I would. Even
Well, let me
I might not beat the game, but I would try it.
well let me Steam Library share with you then, so you can play them whenever I'm not playing. All right, let me turn on my light. I'll be right back. I'd like
Have
to
fun.
see. That's better. Okay. Oh, God, I wish Sly was back so we could continue talking about this movie. I need to get a lot of shit off my chest.
Sorry, man.
I'm gonna go nutty.
Nut.
That's stupid. I hate that I laughed at that.
Schnut.
Schnut. Yep.
Women aren't funny. Dude, my fucking guild is based as hell.
Oh yeah.
Like, we've got like 4 girls in the guild, and today all of them agreed that guys suffer more than women in workplaces. I was like, God damn.
Wow. Pretty hot take there.
It's a hot take, but I agree with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I want to bring you into the guild, but I also am like, I know that the officers are going to interrogate you first because people have been adding to the guild for, like way too much. And I also don't know how if you would get into World of Warcraft like that, so I don't know if I would want to invite you because I don't want to bother you.
Okay. Let's think of
You
it
know what I
like
mean?
this. Yeah, let's think of it like this. Once I pick up World of Warcraft again, once I subscribe, Sly is getting into it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have a group to play with. Even if it's 3, like that's still like a group, so it's not just 2 people. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And if I get into it deep enough, and you see that throughout me playing in this next run, if you want to
Yeah,
add me to the guild, I'd be more than happy to join.
I obviously wouldn't be able to immediately because it's a roleplay thing, so you'd have to like make yourself a character based on your character.
Yeah.
But after that, I would probably have you roleplay with the guild a little bit. I would talk to the officers, see if they were willing to, and we would go from there. If they're
Gotcha.
not willing to, then you would join Gilgamar in his crusade to kill everyone in my guild.
Oh, nice. I would definitely do
hang
that.
on. Okay. Sly just fucked up and he called me like a dumbass. I
What
think
an
he's swapping
idiot.
to his laptop or something.
Hey, what's up, Sly?
Uh-oh.
Good talk.
There we are.
There we are.
Hi.
Hey.
Sorry. All right. My mom sent me to go do something. It's fine. I'm here in the car talking to you guys.
Okay.
Yikes.
Down bad
So,
for some communication, but
what happened?
I was just saying down bad for this discussion.
So my third and last point about Doctor Strange is also like it really felt like there was no agency from any of the heroes, really.
Yeah, it felt like an amusement park ride, sort of, where they were just on rails to get to the end of the movie.
Yeah, it's like Doctor Strange really can't do anything, like, at all. He's just like, yeah, me and the whole Wushu Academy and Wong and all these experts who have trained in the mystic arts for our entire lives. Yeah, we can't do anything against this person who's been reading a book for like 2 months.
Nah, you know who does have initiative? Fucking Wong.
Nah, dude, he got yeeted off a cliff and then barely did anything for the rest of the movie.
He beat a demon and then he contained Wanda for a few seconds. He's pretty based.
I mean, dude, I love Wong. Don't get me wrong. I just feel like he could have done more.
Hold up, buddy. Don't state the Wong opinion.
I mean, he did more in this movie than he did in any other movie. Give him something, man.
Is that true?
Yeah, I would argue so. He wasn't present really for No Way Home. He was there at the end of Infinity War fucking Endgame. Sorry, I keep wanting to call it Part 2. He was hardly present except as a Drax-like comedy or comedic relief character in the original Doctor Strange.
Wong is based, bro. That's all I gotta say.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Listen to Beyonce. Turn it up.
He's in
Fuck yeah.
Shang-Chi as well.
Yeah, but I don't want to watch Shang-Chi.
Yeah, but he was there, like, in a fight, and then he was there at the end.
Shang-Chi is actually pretty good, Groki.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't want to.
I mean, I would recommend it. It's not like absolute ass blasting god tier, but it's a solid movie.
It's better than Doctor
Yeah,
Strange.
Yeah.
yeah,
But my
but
last
like,
point. Okay, go ahead, Groki.
nah.
It's better than Captain Marvel.
But my last point is like it felt like, like Doctor Strange. Also, like the fact that they were spending 75% of the movie, and even set up in the very beginning to get this book of the Vishanti, and then immediately gets destroyed the moment they get to it.
The
Mhm.
fact that you didn't see that coming from a mile away shocks me, Sly, because there's no way you can hype up this one MacGuffin so much and it not have it be a dud. That's just how it is nowadays. Because that book of Vishanti has nothing to do with the overall theme of the story. As such, there was no way that it was going to be the solution.
I don't know, man. I feel like it could have followed thematically.
But it clearly didn't. Like it's just one of those things where, like, if you paid attention to how much the characters hyped it, there was no way it could be the solution to the problem.
I'm gonna have to agree with Groki on this one.
I don't know. I think it's stupid that they got rid of it.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. It feels like a waste of potential, but it's also like it really didn't fit because the whole thing was Doctor Strange isn't really the guy with the answers in this movie. He's the guy who's like, got to let go and let other people help him sometimes. Granted, that's a stupid fucking message considering he's like
Doctor fucking Strange.
Yeah, the most powerful sorcerer in the world, evidently, but he can't stop Scarlet Witch, and he can't, the Book of Ashanti. There's nothing he shouldn't have been able to do as little as he did in this movie. He should have done a lot more.
Yeah, like maybe in the beginning he has a 1v1 against Scarlet Witch. She beats him and he has to retreat, but at least have him put up a fight.
Yeah, no, instead of just slaughtering everybody there and making it.
Well, he did put up a fight with an army at his side, and he got bodied.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing though, is like, yeah, all those other rando sorcerers, like, they aren't expected to be as powerful as Doctor Strange, so they are kind of just cannon fodder. But at the same time, with Doctor fucking Strange, come on, man.
Here's my thing: the barrier held back Wanda, so when they dropped like 3 sorcerers, Doctor Strange or Wong should have reinforced the barrier.
Yeah, there's no fucking way that they should have let her through.
Like,
easily worth those 3, absolutely.
Doctor Strange didn't do anything during that fight. He just watched as everyone was putting up this barrier and talked to Wanda once, and then ran as soon as the barrier went down.
Yep.
No, also once they got downstairs with All-Star, he fought for a little bit.
Oh, what? Yeah, he shot snakes at her and then jumped through a portal.
He shot snakes at her and then got one shot.
Pocket snakes. Away I go into the abyss.
Oh shit! I mean, granted,
Yeah.
that move was pretty good because it was the Hydras. And also, he did use the mirror dimension against her, although you could argue that's the fucking facility, but I don't know. It was his plan.
Yeah,
It
and
was weird. It seemed like the mirror dimension to me.
yeah, I mean, it was supposed to be, but it looked different and felt different. And at the same time, do you really think Wanda would have figured out the mirror dimension that fucking fast?
Iron Man
Peter
did.
That's fair,
Peter
but
isn't a fucking sorcerer. Like,
But- yeah, but that's a completely different figuring out. He figured out how the actual geometry of it works.
yeah. Now imagine you've got somebody with like mastery over all magic going into it. Like,
All reality is a walking reality stone.
yeah, like I
Fair.
don't have a problem with her figuring it out. That just made
Yeah.
sense.
I don't either, and especially if after she's read the Darkhold, I'm pretty sure she would.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'll concede that.
But like, I feel like Doctor Strange has just been getting shafted lately. Like he lost to fucking Spider-Man, and now this. I don't know. Like I love Doctor Strange, man, and he's just getting bodied.
Hmm.
It sucks.
See, I don't. The one thing I didn't like about the movie is that Doctor Strange never shouted "By the onion rings of Mardum."
Oh yeah, that would have been funny as hell. Yeah.
Exactly.
Whatever that
Ron
was.
Black, too.
Overall, man, I give it at best a 6 out of 10 because honestly, maybe I'm just taking it way like the Illuminati scene way too far. I mean, they brought back fucking Professor X, not just any Professor X. The
Patrick Stewart.
Professor
Yeah.
X. Yeah, Sir Patrick Stewart. And then
I
fucking killed.
Sly, I kind of agree with you. I gave it a 7. Like a 6 and a 7 aren't that far apart, my guy.
I don't know. It was. Ugh, I hated that. I hated that. The message of the movie was stupid too. And also, America Chavez existed, I guess.
Yeah, she was really the vehicle for the plot and not much more.
Yeah, she was just a plot device, really. I didn't care about her as a character or anything.
And see, I think America Chavez is interesting in the comics way, way more than in this
I don't even
movie, by far.
I don't even think she's interesting in the comics, personally.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, I don't. It's a comparison. It's not a direct statement.
Oh, okay.
God, wait, have you seen the new fucking dude? My brain, Dylan.
Yeah,
The new Badger video is number 3 trending on gaming right now.
yeah, I saw that had released, but I was waiting to watch it so we could watch it together.
Worked up operator goaded with the swouse.
Yeah, I
What
saw
a-
that title and I was like, that's gonna be one of the videos of all time. Probably gonna be really good.
Yeah, it probably will be good, but like, goddamn.
With the fur. Whole club looking at her.
All they needed was a lean reference, and they would have been pretty recent in memes.
And also, like, at the post-credit scene where Doctor Strange just jumps through a portal with a random stranger, that was like, what?
Oh yeah, with Shirley. Who is it? Who played the?
Dormammu's daughter, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I can't remember who played her though.
Yeah, I forget too, but I think it's pretty sure Dormammu's daughter because that's the thing in the comics that he hits.
Yeah, honestly, I'm fine with it. I just like that he's just like, oh, okay, I guess I'm back to work. Why not?
That was Charlize Theron.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I kind of liked how casual it was. Not because it was like, haha, funny casual. I was just like, heh, nice. This is kind of just like the life you live, right? Like, why overreact?
This movie will be redeemed for me, depending on how they approach the Fantastic Four movie. And how they approach the X-Men and whatnot. Because then I
Yeah.
won't feel as, like, disrespected by what they did with the Illuminati.
Yeah, and I think their idea behind it was the fact that it is an alternate universe. This shouldn't be representative of their actual like 616 counterparts. It still sucked to watch.
It's still awful because this is your first introduction to these characters. This is literally the first impression, and you do them like that.
Yeah, especially to the people who didn't watch the Inhuman series, who never watched the old Fantastic Four X-Men movies. This is really like so this is how powerful they are, and it's not.
People people would be really confused if they didn't see WandaVision before watching this movie.
Exactly, and even after seeing WandaVision, like how the hell, like did she go from that to using the Darkhold?
My dad watched this new Doctor Strange. He's like, how the hell was Thanos a threat to her? Ever. And
Yeah.
I mean, he really wasn't. That's why he called in the fucking nukes just to stop her.
Well, no, she wasn't nearly that powerful back then. She wasn't nearly this strong.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't multiversal at that point.
Yeah, and you could chalk up at least her not being that strong in Infinity War and Endgame, to her not being confident in her abilities and her just wanting to live a normal life with Vision. At the same time, that doesn't explain the jump.
And also, like, I just feel like I said this in my post, but like, I feel like I like her character less now. There was like her character regressed for me.
But yeah, she just started doing evil for evil's sake almost.
Even though like she could have just stayed in her imaginary world in Westview if it was gonna be this big of a problem.
Well, the book is a corrupting force, so like she couldn't.
Oh, so that means that she's not
but...
responsible for anything she does ever. Okay.
Exactly, because she's a queen, so she's not responsible.
That's literally how my cousin's like.
She's queen.
That's such a shit tier take.
Hey guys, did you know
Okay.
that in the new one, the movie, Doctor Strange shows up in it?
I gotta ask you guys just one final question, unless we still want to continue discussing this.
Well, he's still driving, so we have nothing else to do.
Gotcha. Well, I do want to ask you guys this question regardless. Do you think Wanda's dead?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, there's no fucking way. I just wanted to make sure that we all understood that, like, some fucking rocks falling on Wanda will not kill her.
She's infinite now because she destroyed every Darkhold in every multiverse, which is infinite. So she's infinite.
It would be. I will say my expectations will be subverted if she is dead.
Yeah, and I think I'll be a little happier because that can kind of maybe reset the scale a little bit, but I don't think it's gonna reset it much at all. Because like that still means that they were at least able to reason with her and get her, like, talk her down after fighting her down a bit. So it means that they can go toe to toe with her for a little bit, which means that they're not nearly infinite, but they are still vastly stronger than anybody else in the MCU right now.
I love the scene of Wanda going. I love the scene of Scarlet Witch going to the other dimension, and Wanda just looks down at her like pathetic.
Yeah.
Dude, I really like them using the multiverse. I feel like is gonna get so messy because like I feel like there's this like trend where like they think it's super cool and edgy to kill superheroes because Invincible did it and The Boys exists. And they're like, oh, let's do that. And that's why they did.
Artificially raising the stakes because they're showing, oh well, any one of you characters could die because they're killing superheroes.
It's the reason they killed Kung Lao in the new Mortal Kombat movies because it makes it feel like the stakes are raising.
Yeah, but it's just artificial. It's so fucking cheap.
It is. It's not earned or deserved. Like, dude, like, fucking Black Widow and Iron Man dying in Endgame, like that was earned. That was like, okay.
Yeah, there was a lot of character development that went into that, and a lot of good, like, choices that were made during those movies that led up to those sequences, and it had an emotional impact. After watching that, I didn't have any emotion except rage. I was like, the fuck? We just met these motherfuckers!
Yeah, right. Like, this was so cool, and you guys fucking what?
I might have been more upset, but because you guys told me, I just felt nothing while I watched it. I was like, okay.
Oh, did I tell you that they died?
Yeah.
No, I thought I didn't discuss spoilers with you until afterwards.
Well, I told me before you did.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. I asked him, I'm like, are you sure you don't want to, are you sure you don't want to
I
spoil
didn't plan to watch it, but my parents totally bullied me into watching it.
Gotcha.
Alright. And also, like, Black Bolt should not have died the way he did.
Exactly. That's the whole thing that I've been pushing is Black Bolt's powers, the way that they work, they're not like his head isn't strong enough to cause them to reverberate. The skin through his lips, like I've been saying, would have been torn through, and his scream would have still gone out. He would have just like hurt himself pretty severely in the face.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
Yeah, and like because and here's
You just chalk it up to magic, I guess.
exactly like, but here's the whole thing about that. If his skull is strong enough to let the scream reverberate, it shouldn't have popped his skull. So there's an inconsistency issue there.
If it was strong enough to do that, it would have killed everyone in the room.
Yes, exactly. Because I mean, you see him absolutely atomizing Doctor Strange. We've seen exactly. We've seen. Yeah, that was a whisper. It wasn't like a death scream or like a scream like he did whenever he realized his mouth was gone.
He said, "I'm sorry," and then that's what happened.
Yeah, exactly.
It was a whisper and he atomized him. If he's screaming, he would have killed everyone in the room, including Wanda.
Yeah. That was I think one of the biggest sore points because I love Black Bolt as a character. I like the Inhumans in general. Karnak is probably my favorite. But I like the Inhumans in general, and
not
what's
the
up?
Lockjaw, not you neglecting Lockjaw.
I love Lockjaw, but like he is a meme.
Everyone's
Yeah,
gonna call me wrong, but I'm a sucker for Kamala Khan.
That's fair. She's an artificially produced Inhuman, not like the actual Inhumans. But yeah, no, she is a very.
Can I say I've never liked Black Bolt? The way people have depicted Black Bolt because of the fact that he can't talk. I think that's so stupid. Like, I understand his power, I get it, but I think it's so dumb because like it's super hard to relate to this character and have meaningful moments when you can't have a conversation with him because if he speaks, he fucking kills everyone.
That's why he needs to learn sign language. It's so simple.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong. I believe he used like an Inhumans sign language in the Inhumans TV series.
He does. But,
yeah.
Like, Medusa's always translating for him. If they put subtitles, I would be able to follow it more.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
But Medusa was just saying his lines for him.
Medusa's basically his fucking handler in that show.
Really, it is. And not only that, dude, they can like come up with a device that goes around his throat that allows him to control his voice, and then boom, problem solved.
Yeah, like Cyclops' ruby quartz glasses, that sort of thing, where he can still see and he can still produce optic blasts. You've got smart motherfuckers in the Marvel universe. You got Reed Richards, you got Spider-Man, Iron Man.
Yeah. If you can't as the Inhumans, Reed Richards could for you.
Oh, absolutely. There's no fucking way he couldn't have figured that out.
Even Hank Pym, scientist supreme. He created an infinite mansion with his fucking brain.
Yeah. That exists in an alternate dimension.
But Black Bolt's clearly the best because he can say Bazinga and actually kill you with it.
Yeah, the amount of shit posts that he could do.
That's how you fix Black Bolt. You just give him like a necklace or something that allows him to control his voice. Like boom, problem solved.
Yeah,
you know how you beat Black Bolt as Wanda without having to do what you did? You make him mute.
And also, Black Bolt should be smart enough.
Yeah, he's on the fucking Illuminati. They're all some of the best and brightest of the Earth. Like, they're all massively intelligent. If they couldn't figure out a way to do that, what the fuck?
That's fucking retarded.
You couldn't think of a way not to panic so hard you kill yourself.
And he's trained for that. He is trained to not make noises under stress.
He lived his whole life doing it.
Exactly. And one fucking moment where some jiggy wiggy shit happens, Thanos could have done that. You don't think Thanos thought of that to silence him by removing his mouth?
I'm pretty sure he even did. I saw the Reality Stone on the Infinity Gauntlet when they showed the scene.
Exactly. But even if those smart ass people at the Illuminati or any other intelligent character in the Marvel Universe can't figure out a way to make it possible with what they've got, Franklin Richards, son of Reed and Sue Storm.
Yeah,
he can literally warp reality to have whatever the fuck he wants.
God, he's broken, dude.
Oh
Really
yeah,
bad.
turbo broken. Good thing he's a child.
Mary Sue ass motherfucker.
Gary Stu. Yeah.
Anyways, guys, I arrived at the place I need to do stuff, and honestly, I don't know when I'm gonna get back home, so I don't know if Death Battle's gonna work until like later.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I'll hit you guys up when I get back home.
It's all good. We'll figure out something to do.
We'll
All
see
right.
what we do from there. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated
Later.
later.
Later, Tater. What a good discussion.
Yeah.
I feel like I finally got all the pent up anger at that movie out. Honestly, my final score is probably going to be a 5.
Hey, that's better than last time.
Yeah, last time it was what fucking
3.
17. No, well, I mean the whole movie was a 17 out of 45. Let me do the math on that. Yeah, it was about a 3. You'd round up to a 4 because it's a decimal.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you were really damn close. So yeah, it went up a point for me because you guys discussed some points that I had not considered, and I appreciate it.